In this video, I'm gonna show you some insane pickup lines that are super effective on dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. We've been dropping a ton of content on the channel, guys. We're trying to do 2-3 uploads a week, which is a lot of work. And we got Chad grinding like 24/7 on the edits here. All I ask in return, guys, is that you pound that like button, hit subscribe, and make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm gonna be giving you my ultimate pickup line guide absolutely free.
So this girl I asked, serious question, what's the best pickup line you've ever been sent on Tinder? She said there's been a lot, but this one stood out. If someone robbed you and the amount of money in your account was your phone number, what would that amount be? Honestly, a pretty genius pickup line. We're gonna test it on a few girls on Tinder, but first I had to get this girl's Snapchat because she was honestly a rocket. All right, so I use it on this girl and instantly she laughs and sends me her number. And she follows up with, that was insanely slick. Honestly, boys, we're off to a really good start. This pickup line seems to be working insanely well. You're probably wondering, well, what's the point? Why are you gonna get her number if you haven't even talked to her yet on Tinder? Honestly, guys, girls on Tinder have like 1 million matches. If they forget to respond to one of your matches, instantly there's like an army of Chads in her inbox. You're gonna get lost in there. So the best thing you can do is get off Tinder as fast as possible. So I tried this line again on an absolute smoke show and instantly sends me her number and says, pretty large sum, I'd cry, but damn original. Good job. Boys, this line is already 2 for 2. Could be the best pickup line on Tinder. I know for a fact a bunch of you guys are gonna start using that line on your Tinder, so if that's the case, make sure you smash that like button. Show me some love, guys. So I asked this girl what her best pickup line is. She says, why don't you send me yours and then I'll send you mine? I was like, I asked you first, girl, why are you playing games? So she sends me her line and says, is your name Winter? Because you'll be coming soon. This girl's a baddie. And I gave her my line, are you a chicken farmer? Because you're raising this. She loved it. So I was like, you're hot. What are you looking for on here? She's like, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not looking for a relationship, but if it happens, it happens. I'm also not looking for a straight up hookup. I'm reading between the lines here. It sounds like this girl kind of wants like a friends with benefits thing. So I was like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm going with the flow and keeping things fun. Not into one night stands either. She said, that's good to hear. Have you met anyone? I was like, I have. How about you? She said, no. I was like, oh, nice. What's your Snapchat secured. If a girl asks you if you're going on Tinder dates, you don't want to seem like a huge fuckboy and say, yeah, I go on 4 Tinder dates a week. But telling her you have been on a Tinder date is not a bad thing. It puts less pressure on her and is a pretty good show of confidence. So I sent this girl, are you Winter? Because you'll be coming soon. She's like, I love it. And I was like, oh, you're cute. What are you looking for on here? She's like, nothing in particular. How about yourself? A lot of girls try to get out answering that question, but never let them. I said, what does that even mean? You downloaded this app for a reason. She's like, I'm just avoiding relationship labels. In it for good times, vibes, and cheesy pickup lines. Sounds like this girl's just looking for like casual hookups. So I was like, that's better. I'm looking for something chill and fun, nothing too serious. She's like, sounds like we're on the same page. I was like, perfect. What's your number? And number secured. So I asked this girl what her best pickup line was. She says, I haven't heard any good ones. I was like, all right, give me your worst pickup line then. And she says, baby, are you a door? Because you're adorable. Fucking awful, but let's see if it works. So I used the line on this, absolute 10 out of 10. She says, nice one. I thought my lines were overly cheesy. She's got a bit of sass, it's a good sign. And I'm like, honestly, I'm surprised you didn't unmatch me after that one. And she says, honestly, if you weren't so good looking, I probably would have. This is a good sign, guys. I called her adorable and she returned the compliment. So that's a good sign. It's kind of a reciprocal conversation here. So I said, at least you're honest. You're cute. What are you looking for on here? Once you get a bit of small talk out of the way, it's good to ask what the girl's intentions are. That way you're not wasting too much time on Tinder. Efficiency is key, boys. So she says, I'm honestly just chilling and down for whatever. You know what that means. But probably not anything serious anytime soon. What about you? Seems like this girl's looking for a hookup, maybe a friends with benefits type scenario, which is ideal for me. So I said, yeah, it makes sense. I'm not into one night stands, but ideally something chill and fun. If a girl seems really forward about being down to hook up, I like to throw in, I'm not into one night stands. It shows that, yeah, I'm down to hook up too, but I also have standards, which girls love. And she's like, oh God, me either. I've never not regretted one of those. So it seems like we're on the same page. I asked for her number and number secured. And let me tell you, boys, she wasn't bad. I think this goes to show, guys, I use the corniest pickup line ever, but that doesn't really matter. The point of any pickup line is really just to initiate a playful conversation. So I asked this girl what the best pickup line on Tinder is, and she said a guy told her it was the lips for me, which is honestly accurate. She's got the juiciest lips on Tinder. So I had to tease her a little bit and say, yeah, they're not bad. She also asked me what the best line I've been sent was, so I gave her the bank robber line. Teasing her was a good call because she comes out and says, not bad, with a bunch of emojis and a GIF. She said, smart line though, did you give the number? So I said, I'd probably need to take a closer look at those lips. And I did. What's your number, girl? And number secured. So I asked this girl what the best pickup line on Tinder is, and she said, so aside from taking my breath away, What do you do for a living? Pretty cheesy, but we'll see if it works. So I used it on this girl and she said, I like that one. I work as a bookkeeper and I'm in school for accounting. How about you? I had to tease her a little bit and I said, wow, people still read? I'm a butcher specializing in ducks. It's not easy work, but it's so rewarding. Trying to have a little bit of fun with this one, boys. So she's like, a bookkeeper is someone who's in charge of finances. And ducks, like you cut up ducks all day? I was like, oh shit, I was picturing you sitting in a room full of books and just keeping them and whatnot. But yeah, pretty much. You'd be surprised how much joy comes up from slicing up those little guys. I'm gonna see how far I can take this before she unmatches me. She's like, I've only ever had duck once in my life when I was living in France. Is there a special technique to cutting it up? I was like, oh babe, you need to try one of my ducks. It's honestly an art form I've been doing for 2 years, but there's so much more to learn. So what are you looking for on here? And she says, honestly, I don't know. Some days I just want something serious, some days I don't. Guess it depends on the guy. How about you? Apparently cutting up ducks all day didn't scare this girl away, so I said, you seem confused. I'm keeping things chill and fun, seeing what happens. Pretty much just mirrored her response, which could mean fucking anything. And she's like, I'm not confused. I want something serious with the right person, but until I find that, I'm just chilling. And amazingly, got this girl's Snapchat after talking about cutting up ducks all day long. So I used it on this girl and said, aside from taking my breath away, what do you do for a living? She says, by far the best line I've ever heard. That's kind of sad. Tells me her whole life story and then says, how about you? I was like, damn, brains and good looks. I'm a salesman for a regional paper company. I sit next to some weird folks in my department, but it's not a bad job. She's like, oh, a salesman, eh? Salesmen tend to be pretty good at bullshitting. Are you good at bullshitting? I was like, good? No. I'm the best. An honest salesman, now that's new. I was like, what are you looking for on here? She says, find someone to love so he can crush me. I mean, I'd crush her at Mario Kart. I was like, seems easy enough. I had a crush on the receptionist at work, but now she's with some F-boy. So I'm just seeing what's out there. She's like, good, see what's out there, talk to as many women as you possibly can. That way you'll see how great I really am. Cocky, I like it. So I asked for her number and kill confirmed. So I asked this ginger girl what the best pickup line she's ever had is, and she said, wow, I matched with Emma Stone. If Emma Stone was a 6, this would probably be pretty accurate. So I teased her a little bit and said, I mean, you did copy her bangs to a T. And she says, my bad, winky face. So I kept it on the Emma Stone theme and just said, would you consider yourself an easy A? And she says, definitely. I was like, sounds fun, what's your snap? And Snapchat secured. More like easy C-, but I'll take it.
If you want my ultimate pickup line guide that includes over 25 effective openers, as well as my overpowered opener framework, so you can literally take her profile and make a custom opening line based on her photos, based on her bios, click the link down in the description of this video, download my ultimate pickup line guide right now. It's absolutely free. Can't wait to see you guys crush it with these lines. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one.